Let's get it. All right. What's up, everybody? Back with another video, Confirmation Monday. I'm here with a special friend of mine. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a part of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. This is my LB, Adam Johnson. Say what up, bro?
What's up? How y'all doing? My name is Adam Johnson.
Yes, sir. So he decided to come on week 3 of Confirmation Monday. For the new viewers, you guys don't know what this is. Pretty much all it is you're coming on telling a story, a time where God pretty much just showed himself to you. Anytime where you were feeling down, he lifted you up. Pretty much that's it. So we're going to get straight to it. Adam, tell them about yourself and then go into your story, brother.
All right. So how y'all doing? My name is Adam Johnson. I'm a 24-year-old recent college graduate of Lake Erie College. I've been playing football all my life. All my life, all I've known was football. Coming from the Southwest Florida area of Florida, which also is considered. I lived in Naples. I lived in Bonita. I've also spent time in Fort Lauderdale as well. That is where I claim. The 239-954 area. That's that part. But growing up, I have a Haitian mom, biologically, and no dad in the picture, and growing up, as a kid in my area, it was kind of rough, because I had 10 brothers and sisters, and it's pretty much, everybody fend for themselves. I lived, single mom, and, she tried to do everything that she could for us. But, a lot of times electricity, power being out, no food, no water, and just stress and struggles, kind of took over pretty much most of the years of my life, and which, caused trauma for me, for myself, and it kind of made a dysfunction within the family and relationships, but at the age of 8 years old, I met, a great family, the Nabs family, that truly inspired me, to be great, where I played football, youth little league football team with my brother Bernard, who now, that's one of my favorite people in this world. And that at that moment, I knew that 4 siblings were added to my family, and I consider them family. And they say, blood is thicker than water, but water treated me better than blood did, and I love them to death. And so, not to make a long story short, or sorry, not to make a whatever, I just want to say that through my journey, that I grew up as a kid, in and out of the streets, in and out of fights, not finding my course of action. I went to Unity Faith Missionary Baptist Church. People at the church would say, this kid is very obnoxious. This kid doesn't listen. They kept telling me I wouldn't be nothing. I wouldn't grow up to do anything. And it was really, really hard. I was a kid, so I didn't understand that. But after hearing it so many times, it started to get in my head to where I didn't understand what my life was going through. So I just continued doing what I was doing, fighting. I was in anger classes, and things like that. And I just was going, veer off course. So when I got to elementary school, they called the Department of Children and Families on my family a lot, and things like that. So eventually we ended up getting taken away. My godmom, who I told you, with Bernard's mom, Matasha Nab, she loved me. She's my mom, man. I mean, gosh, like she raised me to the man that I am today. But she ended up taking us into the household, and at first, it was me getting in trouble, being rebellious a little bit and things like that. But eventually, I started to feel the love, because it's like, how do you feel love from someone when the person that birthed you was supposed to love you, and they didn't love you in the way that you needed to be loved? You see what I'm saying? So it was kind of hard for me to understand that. So eventually, still getting in fights, still doing what I did. Middle school, people said you wouldn't do anything, that I wouldn't go anywhere, that I wouldn't be anything, and things like that. But, I started to grow and get better. 9th grade year, I got kicked out of high school, and, a guy named Fritz Jacquez came and made an impact in my life. And it was just major, because he helped me grow and he helped me become a better person, and, years on, good things happen, bad things happen. But eventually I started getting college interest and then college offers and things like that. I chose Jacksonville University, for all the wrong reasons, where later finding out that wasn't the school for me. So this is where it gets interesting, where I never knew what a D2 was. I never knew where Painesville was, never knew where Lake Erie College was. But, God was telling me, Jacksonville is not the place for you. Lake Erie College is the place for you. And I'm knowing me, I was like, I don't know. So I made the leap of faith and jumped there and came to Lake Erie College. Me being a diehard football guy, that's all I cared about. But, then I was playing football, but then realized that I ended up falling in love with the community, And like I said, I wasn't going to make a long story short, but the importance of the fact is, and God confirming how good he is and who he is to me, is that I found myself losing love and passion for a sport that I played all my life and actually physically playing it for God to just say, you can still stay around this stuff, but there's a community that I'm going to put you in. You have purpose in this community, and this community is going to love you. And if they don't, I will. And I just kept refusing, and I was like, this is not for me. But as soon as I accepted God and I started having faith, and I accepted my responsibilities in this community as a football and basketball coach, God found me a place to live, easy, rent affordable. God allowed me to have a vehicle so I can transport kids and transport myself to work and things like that. God allowed my job to be right down the street to where I don't even have to leave the city to go and get distracted by anything else on the outside. I was able to understand how real God was because anytime I got on a high horse, God knocked me down and said, listen, I brought you here for a reason. And that reason was the only reason why I brought you here. I didn't bring you here for those distractions. And every single time I just know God is there because when he provides, it's on his time and not my time. When I start doing better, it's not on my time, it's on his time. When I start getting gifts and where my heart starts feeling good, I start sleeping better, it's not on my time, it's on God's time. Because when I make the necessary sacrifices to show that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to please God and not man, good things happen. And that is where I knew and I was confirmed in my life that Jesus Christ is the way. And I may be unperfect, but through my imperfections, God still loves me. Through everything that I do, I've lived in the darkness for so long, yet he loved me while people turn their backs on me. But now that I can be in God's light, darkness will still come to me. But at the end of the day, God's light shines brighter and he'll bring me from the darkness. But if I'm starting in the darkness, there's no way to shed light upon darkness in my personal view. Thank you. Definitely greatly appreciate this. And it was very good to get some stuff out. It definitely put me at an emotional high. Really appreciate that.
For sure, man. Now you said some things, bro. Definitely when we first met, I met you in your apartment. First time everybody else knew you but me. Man, as time goes on, man, we got closer and closer. And I definitely see you as my brother, man. And what you talk about is real. When you talk, I listen. I ain't even gonna hold you because every time you say something, it's real. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you for giving me your time, and I just want to thank you for coming on, brother.
Thank you for having me, man. I hope all success for everything you're doing, and this is a great thing, man. This is like therapy for some people, and just this is really good, man. It definitely put me at an ultimate high. Thank you for having me.
For sure. Well, there it goes. Confirmation Monday, episode 3. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. And just stay tuned for next week for week 4. All right. Appreciate y'all.